DSS social worker while still on federal supervised release. Chief investigative reporter Nick Oxner got the tip from a concerned viewer and immediately started pushing for answers as to how this could happen. It turns out there is no state law requiring DSS workers to get a background check. Now that could change.
When children and families come to Mecklenburg DSS, they often need help. Parents may be desperate, children vulnerable. For about 6 months in late 2023 and the first half of 2024, there was a chance the social worker greeting those desperate, vulnerable families was a convicted felon. Personnel information released by Mecklenburg County to WBTV shows Quincy Hines worked as a child welfare specialist too. He's responsible for transporting children and sometimes counseling them one-on-one, among other things. It's the same Quincy Hines, records show, named in this press release from the Drug Enforcement Administration in 2005, touting Hines' guilty plea to federal drug charges after he was arrested along with 30 other people as part of a bust on a ring dealing crack cocaine and PCP. Court records show Hines was still on supervised release when he was hired by Mecklenburg County as a child welfare specialist, after a judge denied his request to shorten his supervised release, calling him, quote, a career offender. So how did he get hired by the county? At first, a spokesman refused to answer questions or issue a statement before sending this email, citing Mecklenburg County's ban the box policy and the policy only looking at a job applicant's last 10 years of criminal convictions. Since nobody would answer my questions about child safety on camera, I caught up with County Manager Dina DiOrio before a recent commission meeting.
We've been trying to talk with you or someone on the county staff about how someone on active federal supervised release was hired to work with youth and family services.
Well, I think we gave you a statement, and we've explained in the statement what our position is on that, so I don't really have anything else to add.
But I'm actually asking about the process of why the county isn't conducting background checks on people that are interacting with children. Why won't the county answer basic questions about children's safety?
I think in our statement we did say that we follow state and federal laws, which includes background checks. So,
but if you did a background check, wouldn't you have known that this man was still on active federal supervised release?
I've given you a statement.
Common sense and logic played no part of who is supervising children, the most vulnerable part of our society.
I took my findings from this story to State Representative Donnie Loftus of Gaston County.
It just floored me that we didn't have a way of making sure that didn't happen.
Loftus showed up to our interview with a draft of this bill, which would require a criminal background check for any county, city, or school district employee working with children.
When I shared what I was working on with some of my colleagues, it was unbelievable. Their response was like, you gotta be kidding me. There's nothing out there to protect innocent children.
I think from anyone watching at home might be surprised that this gap existed in the system to begin with.
You would think in this day and time, there would not be a gap anywhere in the system when it comes to putting a wall between protecting children from criminal activity. But once it's been identified, now that I knew about it, I couldn't ignore it.
Reporting in Charlotte, Nick Oxner, WBTV, on your side.